It's too hard. Life isn't fair. These things in life are not easy for me. You look to your left and you look to your right and you start to judge yourself off other people. Everything starts to corrupt your mind. You have to judge yourself against yourself. And that's the one thing I started learning, man. And once you can silence all the outside interference and things that are attracting your mind to everything, you can then start to grow in realizing I'm stressed out for no reason. This is my own little race. This is my own timeline. And this is how I'm going to run it. There's been this unrelenting voice in my head. We all have this voice. It's the right or wrong voice. My voice guided me to comfort a lot. But I have this other voice I heard my whole life. Nah, man, we got to go over here. We got to go over here to that rock pile where nobody's at. That's where victory's at. I didn't want to go over there by myself, but I had to. And this voice was guiding me there. It's God, whatever you want to call it. But that's what it was in me. Life is one big psychological warfare that you play on yourself. The most important conversation I ever had is with myself. And the shit I was telling myself, it was so wrong, it was so misguided, and I started creating a whole nother warfare. A whole nother battle started becoming. I was like, oh, hang on a second, Goggins. You have these tools. You have these tools. Your life was basically the perfect grounds for training for where you need to go in your life. All the beatings, all the bullying, all the, you going through learning disabilities, all the struggles. It was the absolute perfect training ground for you to go to where you need to go. And that's how I started looking at my life versus woe is me, poopy pants, kick a rock down the street mentality. It was God just hooked you right up, man, with the perfect place. You were training. You had the advantage of everybody else. Your struggle is what made you who you are now. Something in you has to wake up. And usually the only person that can wake it up is you. It was important for me to finally realize, stop being all these fake people I used to be, stop being afraid. There was no growth until I cut myself down to nothing, to the person I really was, the real human being. And once I found out who I really was, that's when I started growing. The number one purpose in life is to better oneself. See, this is how you level up, because I know there's so many people that have the ability and just refuse to get off that couch, refuse to study a few more hours, refuse to go deeper, to go further. And that's where I gain the advantage.
Where everybody's getting weaker, I'm getting stronger. It's not about the running, the swimming, the push-ups, the sit-ups. It's about what those things do for your mentality.
No one can motivate me. I have a resume full of motivation that whenever I'm down, I'm like, oh, hang on, you know the truth. And then from there, it's like, okay, you were there. You know this. There was no one there to pick up the rucksack, to pick up the boat, to pick up the log, to go in there. It was you. When you go to war with yourself, you find a lot of peace. It's because you know exactly who you are. You become very, very powerful when you overcome yourself. Creating another voice is sometimes going at it alone. All the time going at it alone, because no one's gonna believe in you. And that's that. Just shut up and let me enjoy this pain. Get up. You don't wanna go run, you go run. You don't wanna go swim, you go swim. You don't wanna make your bed, you make your bed. That's how you start to callous your mind. It's gonna suck. It's not gonna be fun. Do something that sucks every single day of your life. That's how you grow.